Do you still believe you live in a republic? Wake up! We've entered a new system, fiscal servitude. No matter where you go, the French regime wants a share of your work, your sweat, your life. And while you're being bled dry, the political elite gorges itself. They call it national solidarity. I call it organized extortion. Is it legitimate to leave your country when you no longer agree with its decisions? Or do you belong to your country no matter what, no matter where you live on this planet? It's a disturbing question, almost taboo, because in France, we were taught to love our country no matter the circumstances. We were told that leaving is betrayal. But is it really? Or is that just what they want us to believe to keep us obedient? This question matters more than ever today. In recent weeks, the French political class has revived an old dream, taxing expatriates. Yes, you heard that right. Even when you leave, even when you no longer use public services, even when you create wealth elsewhere, the French state still wants its cut. It's like a possessive ex who can't stand to see you happy without them. Until now, a French citizen abroad was subject to the tax laws of their country of residence. Logical, simple, fair. But that logic is slowly disappearing. Now they're talking about taxing French citizens who leave with a certain level of income officially to restore tax justice. In reality, it's just to fill a budget hole no one knows how to close anymore. Because the truth is, the French state is broke. Decades of deficits have piled up. Every government promises reforms. Every minister swears to rationalize public spending. And every year the debt soars higher. It's no longer a drift, it's a trajectory. And instead of cutting costs, the state prefers to expand the base of those it can tax. Look at the evolution. In the 1970s, France had about 20 ministers. Today, there are nearly 50. And behind each of them, an army of advisors, aides, offices, committees, people who live off public money without ever producing any. Politics has become a career, a racket, a lifelong paycheck. And to keep the machine running, they keep squeezing those who actually work. And if you dare say you've had enough, that you want to breathe somewhere else, they call you a deserter, a freeloader. They accuse you of lacking patriotism. But let's be serious. Wanting to protect the fruits of your labor isn't treason. It's clarity. What the French state is trying to do is hold you hostage, like a feudal lord refusing to let his serfs leave the manor. We thought we'd abolished monarchy, but in truth, feudalism just changed its face. Meanwhile, daily life in France keeps deteriorating. Purchasing power collapses. Energy prices explode. Hospitals lack funding. Schools lack teachers. And pensions are a Ponzi scheme. And yet, taxes keep rising. Where does all that money go? Into expenses that have nothing to do with the common good. Ridiculous expense accounts, useless trips, lavish spending, all paid for with the money of those who get up early. Remember this. When a mayor spends 30,000 euros on a dress, it's not just a scandal. It's a symbol. The symbol of a system completely disconnected from reality. And instead of questioning that model, our leaders prefer to tighten their grip on productive citizens, the ones keeping the machine alive. And that's where everything connects. Because as the state becomes less efficient, it becomes more authoritarian, it monitors more, it controls more, it taxes more. That's the natural reflex of a system in decline, clenching its fists to avoid collapse. But within this system, there's still a space for freedom, a crack, a hope. Cryptocurrencies. When you own your wallet, when you hold your keys, no one can confiscate your money. Not a politician, not a bank, not a state. It's a form of individual sovereignty that most people still don't fully grasp. But beware. If your crypto is sitting on a centralized platform like Binance, Kraken, or CoinEx, you're still a prisoner of the system. These platforms already work hand in hand with regulators. True freedom means holding your crypto yourself on a physical, offline wallet like a ledger. There, no one can search, seize, or freeze your funds. I explain how to do this on my Patreon. The link's in the description. And don't think this trend is unique to France. What we're seeing here is just a preview. The European Union is watching, taking notes, and already preparing to replicate the model. France, leveraging its influence, is pushing its tax scheme deep into European institutions. It trades its nuclear power for political leverage. It sells itself as the shield of the continent. But behind that rhetoric lies an obsession with control. It dreams of a European tax, a borderless bureaucracy, a global fiscal system in the name of fairness. Open your eyes. We're witnessing an unprecedented centralization of power, political, economic, and monetary. And every crisis, whether health, energy, or geopolitical, becomes a pretext to restrict your freedom a little more. So yes, it's time to react. Time to protect your assets, your money, your independence. That doesn't mean fleeing, it means preparing. It means diversifying your income, investing elsewhere, learning to understand the rules of the game instead of being crushed by them. Because if you don't defend your freedom, no one will do it for you. I'm not telling you to flee France. I'm telling you to free yourself from dependence on it. Take back control of what you own, what you create, what you decide. Because my fight is for freedom. Digital freedom, financial freedom, the freedom to live without fear of being punished for success. And every week, I share concrete solutions to help you move in that direction. How to protect your assets, how to build financial independence, how to outsmart the tax machine, not by cheating, but by being smart. So if this message resonates with you, join me, subscribe, like, share this video, and above all, tell me in the comments, how far would you go to defend your freedom?